song. Just all like the sexual innuendos, not just sexual innuendos, but everything that was going on and what she was wearing and doing just made me really uncomfortable. It's like watching soft porn.
Okay, so I definitely feel that women are portrayed a lot more sexually than men are, and it kind of makes me feel sad in a way.
I feel that the women are trying to expose themselves, and they're also trying to reach not only the female population but the male, and it kind of makes me feel like I have to look like this to receive attention.
Like, I'm supposed to be the one sexualized. I'm supposed to be the one that's like, you know, that's supposed to be looking hot all the time, that's supposed to make the guy want to have sex with me.
To a specific gender in a sense, like I think it's trying to empower women, but then on the other hand it's also trying to attract the male attention.
Call the male attention because they're all just so sexualized. Pretty much most of the videos were like half naked, portraying a lot of sex, portraying a lot of sexuality. So I do feel like they are trying to seek out more for men, but at the same time I also feel like they're getting more of the message across to women.
I think most of them are heteronormative, but if you see Amy, she was saying all the boys and all the girls, so.
And there wasn't a lot of like gay or lesbian activity happening, going on, so definitely more heteronormative.
It never really dawns on me when I listen to them, because being heterosexual, that it would be for like same sex.
First time I heard of a song about sex was probably when I was around, I want to say like 8 or 9, and it was 50 cents, I'll take you to the candy shop. And I don't know why I understood the song, but I guess I was really mature for my age, but I understood every part of the lyrics. I knew he was just being perverted.
I think the first time I heard about a song about sex was probably It Wasn't Me by Shaggy, and like when I heard it, the lyrics are like banging on the bathroom floor, and I just thought it was so cool because like I knew about sex and like I would just sing it all the time.
Thinking like all these songs, hearing all these songs about sex just made me think that like sex was this great thing, that it was so awesome, and like everybody was having it. And then I grew up and I realized it wasn't that great. And not everybody was having it. So yeah.
It's not even like teenage dream, it's just more normal. There's nothing, I mean, if you're with a boyfriend or something, it'd be more like a teenage dream, the way that Katy Perry depicts sex in that, but Estina by Rihanna is very not normal at all, and haven't experienced that, and I don't know many people that at least they haven't admitted that.
I don't think either's more accurate. I think they're both two extremes, but then again, like there's fucking and there's making love, so I think those go paired with both of those songs.
So I definitely feel like, I don't know, for me it was different stages of life. So I feel like more towards like the end of high school, beginning of college, I felt like sex was more objectified.
I definitely felt objectified because it was more of like a hookup. It wasn't with a boyfriend, so there just wasn't as much passion in it in sex. It was more of the actual act of sex and like making love.
I think when I was a kid, I kind of imagined it being a little more romantic, and I didn't realize it would be so just like chaotic and disorganized and just all over the place. But yeah.
Now that I'm kind of more grown up, I see it as more of a personal thing. I think it's more romantic. It's more about like, you know, getting extremely close to someone, getting extremely romantic with someone. But yeah, at first I thought it was more objectified.
The music video to Can't Be Tamed by Miley Cyrus. When I first saw that, I think I was in maybe 6th or 7th grade.
There's definitely many songs and videos that made me feel inadequate when I was smaller. Like just watching, I used to be a big fan of Beyonce, and just watching her and the way she like portrayed her body, the way she, you know, she always had like, well, sometimes she had curly hair, but that was not it. Like she was usually really full of makeup, really sexualized, the way just her boobs, her butt, everything.
I think one of the songs is one of the ones we watched, and that was Blow by Beyonce, and it made me feel inadequate because all the women in the video have like really long legs, they have thin waists, nice butts, nice boobs, pretty perfect skin. And whether or not I've overcome this, I don't really think I've ever overcome it. I still feel like it, and if I'm having a really bad day, then I start to think like, oh, I need to look like this or expose myself a little bit more. to feel better about myself and to attract attention.
I just remember being like, I idolized this, like she was a girl and then she became a woman and I was like, wow, like I will never look like that, and I just thought she was so pretty. And then my mom had to like sit me down and make me like realize that her boobs are probably drawn in or like airbrushed and stuff, and she was probably filmed at the right angle so like as skinny as she was.
And I guess I overcame it just by realizing that every person is different, every kind of woman is different, and there's no specific or like perfect body type, and you just have to own what you got. Yeah, I just became confident.
I see girls, I'm like, oh, they're really pretty, but I don't have like self-confidence issues like I used to when I was little. So when I see them, I'm just like, wow, she's pretty, but it's more of what's inside than what's outside.
So I feel like if you just own a penis, you can pretty much do anything and not be, I don't know, brought up about it, not be judged for it. So I definitely feel like that's why women like songs are more like censorship, or they're like kind of have like a hidden message.
Women don't have the same opportunities and are just held to like a higher standard, like trying to be classy and being role models for their children. So I just feel like they can't be as expressive as men can, or they just can't be as blunt as men can when it comes to songs.
Because women in like this society are like not supposed to be so open about sex. They're supposed to kind of be hush hush and modest and all that, and I think that stems from having such a patriarchal society. The male's more dominant, the woman's supposed to be submissive and not really expose herself.
In order for it to appeal to everyone and for it to sell, sex sells, it has to be kind of like raunchy and kinky or something like that, to where it makes the audience like listen in and try to be like, oh, what do they mean by that, instead of just having it playing like right in front of you. Like if you see Amy, she had to like put the little innuendo and like hide it.
Girls are given that social standard where it's like you're not allowed to talk about sex, you're not allowed to, you know, even crave sex in a way. So I feel like if women artists were to do that and just throw it out there more, it wouldn't be socially accepted.